Good morning. Today's assignment is heredity and evolution assignment. Okay. So first one is heredity. Heredity, cellular DNA is the information source for making dash in the cell. So cellular DNA is the information source for making dash in the cell. All things which are present inside the cell depends on the proteins which is present in the cell. So cellular DNA is the information source for making the proteins, because proteins only decides everything. So cellular DNA is the information source for making proteins in the cell. Then second question, a section of DNA that provides information for one protein is called the gene. So what is a gene? A bit of protein that decides a particular character, that is called as a gene. So the function section of DNA that provides information for one protein is called the gene. Okay, gene for that protein. So for that proteins means for a particular character. So third question, plant height can thus depends on the amount of a particular plant hormone. So there are many types of hormones which is present in the plant. For example, cytokinins, gibberellins, abscisic acid, etc. So these hormones depends for the characters of the plants. So particular plant height depends on the hormone which is present in the plant. Plant height can thus depend on the amount of a particular plant hormone. Then fourth question, dash control characteristics are traits. What are all the characters we received from our parents? That is depends on the genes, right? That is depends on the genetic material. So which control characteristics are traits? Traits is nothing but the characters which we receive from our parents. Genes control the characteristics or the traits. The DNA which is having the genes is responsible for the characters or the traits which we are showing. Then fifth question, each cell will have dash copies of each chromosome, one each from the male and female parents. So we are receiving both two pairs of genetic material, that is one from the father and one from the mother. So each cell will have how many copies? Two copies. Why? Because one copy from the paternal side and one copy from the maternal side we are receiving. So each cell will have two copies of each chromosome, one each from the male and female parents. For each character we are receiving two sets of genes, right? For each character we are receiving two sets of genes, one from the paternal side and one from the maternal side, one from the father and one from the mother. When two germ cells combine, they will restore the normal number of chromosomes in the progeny, ensuring the stability of the DNA of the species. So what is here the progeny ensuring the stability of the DNA of the species? For example, if you take humans, we are having 23 pairs of chromosomes. In all the cells of our body, there are 23 pairs of chromosomes are present except the gametes. Why in the gametes 23 numbers? Because the male gamete is having 23 numbers as well as the female gamete is having 23 numbers. Then only the zygote will have, after fertilization, the zygote will have 23 pairs of chromosomes. So even two germ cells combine, for example the sperm cells and the egg cells combines, they will restore the normal number of chromosomes in the progeny, right? Or otherwise, for example, if the gametes is also having 23 pairs of chromosomes, means the F1 generation will have 23 pairs plus 23 pairs. So the zygote, the DNA stability will not be there. So the germ cells will have only one set of chromosomes, that is the haploid set of chromosomes. So only when two germ cells combine, male and female, male germ cell and female germ cells combine, they will restore the normal number of chromosomes in the progeny. So 23 numbers, for example, if you take humans, 23 numbers from the paternal side and 23 numbers from the maternal side. So in the progeny, in this offspring will have 23 pairs of chromosomes, ensuring the stability of the DNA of the species. So the DNA of the DNA stability of the species is continuing for generation after generation. Then seventh one, explain independent inheritance of two separate traits, shape and color of the seeds. So here independent inheritance, Mendel proposed three laws. What are the three laws? Law of independence, law of segregation and law of independent assortment. Mendel proposed these three laws. So here we are going to study about the law of independent assortment. So law of independence means the character which is expressed in the F1 generation is called as law of independence, the character which is expressed in the offspring. So that is law of independence. For example, a tall plant is crossed with a dwarf plant. The tall is the character which is expressed in the F1 generation. generation. So that is law of dominance. Those characters called as the dominant character. The character which is present genotypically, it is called as the recessive character. So that is law of independence. Law of segregation. For each character there are two sets of genes, right? For each character there are two sets of genes. So these genes segregate together. They are called as law of segregation. Then third one is law of independent inheritance. So this he studied with two traits. So for example, he has taken yellow round seeds and he crossed with green wrinkled seeds. Okay, so two traits, two characters he took, that is yellow round and green wrinkled. Yellow round is the dominant trait and green wrinkled is the recessive trait. So here gametes, no other go, one yellow, one capital Y and one capital R, here one small y and small r. So this is the gametes, right? So capital Y, here capital Y, capital R, yellow round. Yellow is the dominant trait and round is the dominant character, green is the recessive character and wrinkled is the recessive character. So two traits he took. So this is Mendel's dihybrid cross. So yellow round and green wrinkled. So these are the gametes, one capital Y for yellow and one capital R. Here one small y for green color and small r for wrinkled character. So first generation, capital Y, capital R and small r, right? So here phenotypically this is yellow round. The plant is having yellow round seeds. Genotypically the small y and small r is present. So he allowed them to self-pollinate. Mendel allowed the plants to self-pollinate. So in the F2 generation, Mendel got 4 combinations of seeds. That is yellow round, then green wrinkled, yellow round, green wrinkled, that is resembling their parents. Then yellow wrinkled, green round. So two other combinations also he got, right? Yellow round and green wrinkled is the parental character. So 4 combinations he got, yellow round and green wrinkled 2. Then yellow wrinkled and green round. So 2 new combinations he got. This is called as the law of independent inheritance. So for the character, the genes which is responsible for one character does not disturb the gene which is responsible for the other character. Independently it is inherited. Independently the gene which is responsible for the character is independently inherited to the next generation. So he got 2 new combinations, right? Yellow wrinkled and green round. In the ratio 9:3:3:1 ratio. So here in the F2 generation the gametes are capital Y, capital R and small r. He allowed this to self-pollinate. So the gametes may be one capital Y and one capital R and one capital Y, small r, small y, capital R, small y, small r. So there are 4 possibilities. Genotypically he took, there are 4 possibilities. So capital Y, capital R is one possibility, capital Y, small y, capital R and small y, small r. There are 4 possibilities. So he took a sperm as well as the ova, right? So here also that 4 same combinations. So capital Y, capital R, capital R. So here, so capital Y, capital R, capital R, capital Y, small y, capital R. So this is all are capital Y. So capital Y yellow. If one capital Y is present also, it is the dominant character. So the dominant character will be expressed. So this one is yellow round because capital Y is there, capital R is there. So yellow round. This is also yellow round. This is also yellow round because capital Y and capital R is there, yellow round. This is also yellow round. So here this one is green wrinkled. This one is only the green wrinkled, right? So yellow round 9 plants he got in yellow round, green round 3:16. So 16 offsprings he checked. Among the 16 offsprings, 3 is green round and 3 is yellow wrinkled. So these 2 are the new combinations he got, and 1:16 is the green wrinkled, that is the recessive character, because the recessive character will express only in the homozygous condition. It will not express in the heterozygous condition. So homozygous means both are recessive. Green is recessive as well as wrinkled character is recessive. So he got only 1. So this is the ratio, right? Y dominant, capital Y dominant allele for seed color. Y is yellow color. Small y recessive allele for seed color, that is the green color, capital R, dominant allele for seed shape, that is round is the dominant character here, small or recessive allele for seed shape, that is the wrinkled one, wrinkled character is the recessive character. So what is the ratio? 9:3:3:1. In that ratio he got the offsprings. So there are two new combinations, that is nothing but green round and yellow wrinkled. So this is the Mendel's law of independent assortment or independent inheritance. Thank you.